Hey guys, it's Luke. Today we're going to be talking about how you can hear English numbers more easily. It's a very interesting question, I think. Whoa, that's a nice house. Walking in front of a really nice house. Cool. So before we talk about that, one thing I want to mention, make sure you are subscribed so that you can see all of my future videos when I post them. Also, if you like the video, give it a like, and perhaps most importantly, if you have English questions, pronunciation questions, grammar questions, culture questions, any kind of questions, make sure you leave them in the comments under this video. And I will hopefully answer them next week. Now today we have a question from Juan. Now actually, Juan asked a question before. It's a legendary question asker. It's a very interesting question, which is, how do I make my ears more sensitive to English numbers? So we're going to be talking specifically about numbers today. Now I understand what you mean. You can hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? But there are a couple of situations when it might be difficult. For example, what about 30 and 13? What about those two? 1, 3 and 3, 0, right? Or 1, 4 and 4, 0. Or what if it's a word that has an ending like th, right? Or st or rd. How do I hear those correctly? Very good. I agree. Very difficult. So here's what we're going to do. We'll talk about the 1, 3, 3, 0 one first, and then the other issues. Okay. How do we distinguish 13, 1, 3 from 30? Actually, you have to listen to the tone. It's not much about the actual sounds themselves that you make with your mouth. So listen to these tones. Dun dun, dun dun, dun dun, dun dun. So for the teens, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, it goes like that. That's the intonation. For the tens, 30, 40, 50, it goes So in addition to listening for the N sound at the end, the n, teen, 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 besides listening to that, right? So you should listen to that. You won't hear it in 30, right? You hear the E, but not the n sound. So besides that, listen for that change in tone. 30, 30. Okay, that's 3, 0. 13. Oh, okay, it goes 13. Even if they say it quickly, 13, 13, 13, 13. Maybe you can't hear the N, but at least you can hear the okay. All right, so that's the difference between 13 and 30, and between 15 and 50. Okay, that's the difference, the main difference. Now, what about when we have numbers that have endings on them, like st and rd and th, especially th? 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. Notice that I have the th at the end of each of those. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, those are probably pretty easy to hear, right? Especially 6th, that one's hard to hear, right? 6th, 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 6th. Very hard to hear that. And for example, if you're talking on the phone, pretty much impossible. So for this one, don't worry about hearing it. Pay attention to the situation. Because in places where you use 6, you will not use 6th. And in places where you use 6th, you will not use 6. Does that make sense? For example, which floor? The 6th floor. The 6th floor, because that's when we would use it, when we're talking about floor. Which floor we want to go to, right? The same thing, for example, when we're talking about people in a row, right? I would vote for the 6th one. I would vote for the 6th one. Okay, so that's going to be the TH, right? The 6th one, there. That one. I would vote for that person there, right? If we wanted to say person number 6, we can say that, but then we're saying 6, not 6th. So it's either or. So as long as you know when the ending is added and when it is not added, you should not have difficulty telling the difference between them because you know the situation. All right, so that's that. Now there's one more thing I want to mention about numbers, and that is big numbers. 5,673,724,326.281. Okay. Wow, what? This one is the one that takes practice, okay? The rules for big numbers are easy. We have commas, and commas separate groups of 3. So if it's 563, you can hear, right? That's it. If you have another 563 and there's one comma, then when you read past the comma, you just say 1,000, 563,000. And then there's another 563. So you say 563,563. That's easy, right? If there are 2 commas, then you're going to say million and then thousand. But inside of each group of 3, it doesn't change. There's no change. So that makes it a lot easier, right? All you need to know is how many commas are there. If there are 3, then it's going to be billion, then million, then thousand. If there are 2, then it's going to be million and then thousand. If there's 1, then just thousand. But inside of each group, you just read it as you would read any normal number. So let's say we've got 56, comma, 233, comma, 230. Okay, we have 2 commas, so that's million first. 56, normal number, million. 233, normal number, 233, thousand, 230. Okay, we don't have to worry about ands. We don't have to worry about that stuff. If it's at the very end, there's a 0 and then a 1, then we can say 301. But otherwise, you don't need to worry about it. 56,233,230. Now, if after that there's a point, we just say point. We've got a dot there, just say point. Then any number after that, just say the number. It's super easy. You don't need to know teens or tens or anything. Just say point 2, 3, 6, 7, 1, 9, 5, 8, whatever it is. Very easy, right? Very easy. So just to say it one more time, inside of the commas, it's just a normal number, and then you count commas, and that's all. And that's all you do. English numbers, I think, are so easy. Now, what you have to do is practice it. My suggestion is write out numbers, long numbers, huge numbers, and practice reading them really quickly. Practice and practice and practice until you can read them very smoothly, easily. And then you should be able to also hear them when someone says a long number. Okay, so that's the idea. Pretty easy. Hopefully that helps. Very good question, Juan, the guy with the Spanish first name and the Chinese last name. Guys, if you have any other questions, English, pronunciation, American culture, grammar, whatever, make sure you ask your questions in the comments. Don't forget to leave a like on the video if you like it, and also subscribe, because subscribing makes me happy. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.